Center at the center of controversy is closing its doors. It's the Willow Birth Center, and it faced complaints from families who suffered traumatic deliveries there. Tonight, an attorney for those families is responding to the news of the closure. 12 News journalist Tricia Hendricks joins us now with more on this. Tricia.
Yeah, Troy, a year ago, 12 News introduced you to two Valley families who told us they suffered devastating losses after delivering at the Willow Birth Center in Mesa. Now, that center is closing, but for these families, closure isn't that simple. The Willow Birth Center marketed itself as one of the Valley's top-rated natural birth options, but for at least two families we spoke with, what happened inside left permanent scars.
When I was searching and asking around, Willow was like one of the better rated.
Kaylee Hill chose Willow in 2022, hoping for a natural birth experience. She got her wish until moments after delivery when everything went wrong.
I could look down and see my uterus between my legs.
Mesa Fire rushed Kaylee to the hospital. She was 24 years old and terrified she wouldn't survive.
Don't let me die, please. I just had a baby. I'm only 24 years old. I don't want to die.
Her medical records confirmed blood loss, an inverted uterus, and acute respiratory failure. Kaylee survived, but the emergency hysterectomy she needed means she can't carry her own children.
I had a hysterectomy and I'm never going to be able to have kids again.
Another family, Carson and Daniel Nisis, also trusted Willow. Their son Winston was born there in June of 2023, but just 4 days later, he was gone.
The care wasn't enough to keep Winston alive, and they were telling us that everything was normal. Something went wrong.
Winston's death certificate listed hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy, a brain injury caused by lack of oxygen. The Nisis family later settled a wrongful death lawsuit with Willow, which denied liability.
I'd much rather take on that burden than have somebody else lose their child.
Both families filed complaints with the Arizona Nursing Board against the midwives involved in their case. The board's president told 12 News investigations focus on whether nurses acted within their scope of practice.
Are they collaborating with a physician, with a hospital, with someone else that may have more expertise than them? Are they doing that quickly and appropriately?
Now with the birth center announcing its closure, an attorney for the families is speaking out.
I absolutely think it's justice. I think it's a really great day for the future families that would have went to them.
John Kelly says this is what they were fighting for.
You take on families and you do your best for them and you try to get them compensated as much as possible. But really a lot of the families have goals beyond the financial. They have a life to live with the harm that was caused to them.
The Willow Birth Center hasn't responded to our request for comment. On the center's website, though, it reads in part, Willow Midwife Center will be transitioning operations and will continue providing prenatal care and birth services through April 30th. It went on to say their clinical team remains committed to supporting current patients through this transition, and patients with due dates after April 30th will be assisted with referrals and medical record transfers to ensure continuity of care. From here, there's still more work to be done. Kelly says his firm has filed 4 lawsuits and successfully settled 2 so far.
Day after day, the firm's really made it a priority. We have a whole team that we put together for it, and to see this come to an accomplishment and closure, it's really nice to see.
Kelly says his firm is going to be keeping close tabs on the midwives who operated the center, and if they try to open a new practice, they'll be ready to fight them again if needed.
They're never going to see full justice, but to at least provide them some closure is a big deal to us.
And what these families told us from the beginning is that their hope is that by sharing their stories, another one is spared from going through what they did. Tricia Hendricks, 12 News.
Tricia, thank you.